So if we have any kudos, shout outs, and high fives this evening, this is the time to actually start it off by giving those shout outs. Who do we have out there? Any kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
I guess I'll help start it off. I was just kudos. I was just really excited to us getting an opportunity to go to the convention, and it was an awesome experience. Some things we can tell you about, and some things we just cannot tell you about. It's no way in the world we could explain it to you. But I would say kudos for us getting to go to that. Also, while we were while we were traveling, I haven't had a chance to respond back to anyone and figuring out what to share with them. But I got, I think it was 5 contacts on the plane. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, congratulations on getting your new contest. I think all of us got contests because we were just so excited from convention and all the things that are happening. It is oh my goodness, it's just absolutely amazing. So kudos on you and Mr. Sam for being there and actually getting the information firsthand. And like you said, there's no way that we can recreate convention on the phone. We can tell you some of the updates that are coming, but you know what? You're going to see some of the updates
Yeah.
as well. And so thank you, Miss Iantha. Anybody else out there? Any kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
Yes, good evening, Director N and everybody.
Good evening.
Yes, I guess it's good and shout outs to all of us. I agree with Ms. Ayantha. So, and it was amazing. It was amazing. We have to be there to experience what we did. And yes, I got a one contact, and I'm gonna follow her with her on Friday. I'm gonna call her on Friday to talk to her.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, Miss Anna, I wanted to talk to you because how did it feel having such an international convention this time? I don't know about you, but when the gentleman when with all the national flags that were being raised and definitely multilingual, having so many people there that spoke Spanish, people there from Jamaica, people there from Trinidad, people I mean,
Mm.
it was just amazing. And not only were they in attendance, they were on stage and they're actually blowing up their countries. It was the most amazing convention I think we've ever gone to, and or we've been to in a while. So, how did it feel with Spanish being your first language, being in the room and you can see the shift where now we actually have a we're they're reiterating things in Spanish. They're saying it in English and saying it in Spanish, and also having a whole presentation dedicated just to people who spoke Spanish. What did that feel like for you?
Oh, it felt amazing.
I
Uh,
can imagine.
it's just I cannot explain how, but it just was amazing like you say, to see different languages and there being the Latin countries growing so big. It's amazing how they see the opportunity and they go for it. It's just we're taking things for granted here. We have everything and we're taking things for granted. That's what I think it is.
You're
Yes,
absolutely right. You're
but it's
absolutely right.
exciting.
You are
It is
absolutely
exciting.
right. And I mean, it was again, it was just the whole culture, the vibe. It was just absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else, any kudos, shout outs, and high fives today?
And my high five was that we were back in the St. Louis days when we used to have the big meeting. And I just felt more involved. Everybody else seemed to be more involved. Even if I didn't get on the stage, it was good to see everybody else go up there on the stage. One day I'm going again. But yeah, this was an amazing, as she said, amazing uh conference, and it's no telling where we are going now, because we have a lot of information. If we can conquer that information and use it to our advantage, we'll spread this all over the world. I just happened to see another
Step up here where you can hear.
seemed like I was showing off this meeting, but they didn't have what we had. I can say that. They did not have what we had. And Chris has done a marvelous job here in
Debbie.
Devon. And with this new lady on the team, there's no telling how far we will go. She's dynamite.
All right, all right. Well, you're absolutely right. I concur that our leadership team is absolutely off the charts. And Dr. Coakley was not lying when he said this was going to be a brand new company. Yeah. And tomorrow, when you guys see that site, when you see all the stuff that's coming, you will understand why we're so incredibly excited. And we'll go into that a little bit more. However, do we have any more kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
Well, it was an amazing convention. Even though we were there, we were still working. Ann and I met several prospectors, several people while we were there following up with folks. So we may have some people in Puerto Rico. We may have some people in St. Louis. We may have some people in Jacksonville, because we touched all those pockets and just made some amazing connections. So now we're going to build those relationships and just share the opportunity. The great thing about one of the prospects was she was actually working in the Sheraton and saw all this excitement and everybody going on. So looking forward to sharing with her, and it was just awesome. So all I want to say is this: leaders are made at convention. If at all possible, you don't want to miss a convention. And we'll share a little bit later on where the next experience is going to be. And when they announce where the new experience is going to be in March, it sold out before we even got out of that session. And I was just on the call with Delvin, and they said they couldn't get any more rooms, but they were going to try to see what they could do. But we're going to an amazing place somewhere we haven't been before, and it is going to be off the chain. Back to you, Ann.
Well, you are absolutely right, Nick Brown. You know, I just feel I really literally, you know, in the past, you know, we said, man, we feel sorry for you if you didn't go to convention. But this time, I literally feel sorry for you, because there are just some things that we're not even going to be able to tell you. It's some of the changes. And when you see it, it's going to really make a lot more sense. But I really, really, really feel sorry, and you're absolutely right, Nick Brown. We will not miss another one, because I do not want to be behind like people are now, because it's just the way that our company is utilizing and utilizing AI is a game changer. It's a game changer. So you're absolutely right. Anybody else have any kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
I have a shout out.
Okay.
I'm sad that I did miss convention. Y'all are making it sound so exciting.
Oh my God.
It was.
You would not believe.
It was.
I'm excited to announce one of my travelers will be joining us on Friday. So she will be coming in with us and joining, and she's excited about it. So that was my kudos for today.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kudos, shout outs, and high fives for you for actually sticking with her and making sure she understood the information, and sticking with her as she goes through different things. And if you don't mind sharing, would you well, I'll just give the basis. I don't want to share too much, but ladies and gentlemen, one of the things, a learning lesson is that sometimes, and I know those of us who are seasoned, we realize this, but sometimes if people have security issues with their cards and they keep trying them, this particular young lady, she tried her card and it didn't go through, and she said, oh, try it again, because she knew she had the funds there. And because she kept trying it, they deactivated her card. So now she had to go all the way back and get a new card, which is why now she's not able to join until Friday. So one of the things that you may want to begin to ask people, if they are saying that they want to get started, you might want to tell them, hey, do you have any security holes on your card? Or just in case, you might want to call your bank and let them know that you're going to do this transaction so nothing happens with your card. Because we definitely don't want anybody's card being deactivated because the bank believes that it's fraudulent activity, because we keep trying to run it over and over and over again. So, and that's what happened is, so she actually had to go physically go to her bank and get a new card today. And so that's just a learning experience. And I'm glad that she is still excited, and she knows what she's looking forward to still getting started with our business. So congratulations. And I tell you what, her story, y'all, the people are looking. Her story is similar to mine and Nick. Uncle Sam is about to eat her up, those taxes. And she was like, I need a home-based business. And thank goodness her tax advisor is on our team. So she said, I got the business for you. And she saw it and said, okay, I think I can do this, because she travels anyway and it makes sense. So don't be afraid to talk to people about your business and let them know that we can help. So kudos on you, Miss Gail, for all that you do and bringing your new prospect, your new member in as well. Congratulations. All right. Anybody else? Any kudos, shout outs, and high fives?
I got one more person sign up today for the bus tour. It's a little thing, but I thank God for a little bit.
All right, way to go, way to go. Well, I tell you what, passing out those flyers work. It lets people know that you are serious and you're in the travel industry, and that the same thing you're doing, they can do it too. And so I know you're giving hope and belief to a lot of people, to everybody who gets those flyers. And so congratulations on that, on hosting a successful bus trip. Way to go. Anybody else? I know Miss Michelle McDaniel, I'm going to call you out. Would you like to add anything?
Hold on, wait a minute. Not just Miss Michelle McDaniel, Team Believe and Succeed MVP 2026, Michelle McDaniel.
Thank you all so much I was truly surprised for the honor, and it was a great surprise. The convention, I was definitely motivated. I talked to people there. I followed up with them when I got back home. He wasn't able to get on the call yesterday because he was still working, but we are going to, I was just waiting for the new websites and things like that to come out, and that's what I'm going to use to send
All right. Hey, y'all, I'm going to take my camera off for a second and show y'all the new logo.
This is the new logo that was introduced. And if you can see Nick's screen, this is the new logo that was introduced at convention. It's one of the first things. And then we also, I don't know what we should have put on our shirts, but Nick and I got shirts. I think some of the other people got shirts as well with the new logo on it. And so I'll be looking out for those in our back office. And so thank you so much. Oh, you okay? Nick is wearing our black shirt with the new logo on it. And so I know there are going to be more shirts and more information, more paraphernalia available. More paraphernalia available as well. So way to go. Thank you so much, Nick Brown. All right. So Nick Brown, first of all, did anyone else have any more kudos, shout outs, and high fives? All right, then we're going to go on and move forward, push forward, and go with announcements. Nick Brown, do we have any announcements?
All right. The first announcement is we're going to have our DMV boardroom reception tomorrow evening, and they're probably going to talk about the convention there as well. And before we even left the convention, we already had it scheduled to have a virtual Super Saturday this Saturday so we could talk about the updates. Now, if you didn't go to convention, you don't want to miss this Super Saturday because Delvi Santiago is going to be on there joining us.
Actually,
we
got an update. Delvi and Chris have decided they will not be doing Super Saturday Zoom. They won't be doing them via Zoom. They just doing live. Okay. So he sent me a text message today to say, hey, coordinate a Super Saturday live, and when they could be here. So we're in the process of negotiating that now. However,
okay, but that's all right. Then we got now. Is Sarisa still good?
As far as I know, Sarisa's still good.
Okay. Some of you may not know, but there was a new executive position that was created about a month or two ago. The lady's name is Sarisa Krausen. She is the TravManity Director of Advisor Development and Supplier Relations. This lady is already, she's familiar with the industry. She built a huge team at another company. She had her own travel agency, and somehow or another, Dr. Coakley was able to convince her to come and join Surge 365 TravManity. Now she's the head of everything dealing with that. She is excited. This lady is powerful. She knows her stuff, and she's going to help take us to the next level. So she will be one of our guests on this Super Saturday this Saturday. And for those people who are in North Carolina, Jeannie Sharpness is going to be down there in Greensboro. So if you have an opportunity there, have team down there, definitely send them to that as well. And we're going to have our live Super Saturday next month on September the 19th, here in the DMV. So you don't want to miss that as well. So I had too much fun being out on the beach and in the sun and coming back, changing weather. Now I got a little head cold. So y'all excuse me. But hey, convention was off the chain. That's all I'm going to say.
Wow. There you go, y'all. I'm telling you, it was absolutely amazing. Like Nick said, on tomorrow, we're having our weekly meeting, and the guest speaker will be $10,000 bonus earner Brenda Harding. And those of you who could come out, we are going to be Michelle, I need to confirm, are you going to be there tomorrow? Okay. Well, we will be celebrating Michelle as our team MVP tomorrow. So if you can come out, please do so, to hug her neck, shake her hand, and say congratulations here in the DMV. It's going to be amazing, an amazing event. And we definitely would love we'd like everybody there. Also on, again, like Nick said, this Saturday, if you didn't go to convention, you definitely need to be on this virtual Super Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We will be, the site is supposed to be active tomorrow, and we will be going through the site and showing you some of the changes that were in place. But it's Super Saturday, and let me tell you, some of the pivotal changes are on the TravManity side, on the travel agent side. Those that are booking group travel, it's game over. And so I'm telling you, you want to be on the virtual Super Saturday to hear Sarisa say all the things that she's done and things that she has in place for travel agents on the TravManity side, and where she is taking TravManity. Because I'm telling you, she has big dreams, big goals, and she's already jumped some hurdles and is in the process of jumping some more. And so she definitely wants to get TravManity as a recognized travel agent all across the board, and recognized for professionalism, for what we do, the amount of travel we book, and so that we can begin being featured on those lists of top travel agents as well. And so she definitely has a plan that's going to make that happen. So you don't want to miss it. Also, then I think some of the new Surge 365 site will be launched tomorrow as well. I think that's what they said. the new Surge 365 site. I think they said that they haven't worked out all the kinks. So there are some things that will not still be functioning, but you will have an opportunity to preview the new site and see some of the things that are coming. And so I want to talk about convention and some of the things that were announced and some of the things that we're looking forward to. It started on Thursday with Travemanity with the vendors, and I'm going to ask Miss Iantha, Miss Michelle, Miss Thelma, and Miss Rose and Miss Anna, because I understand Nick and I were not able to go to the vendor showcase. Did you guys want to share anything, any updates from some of the vendors that were there at convention?
Go ahead, Miss. Oh, you all go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you were talking, but you were on mute. That's all.
Right. Okay, I was looking in the back, and they did talking. She did talking about the importance of being a part of ALG vacations. One of the things that the young lady talked about from the beginning was those vendors, and ALG Vacation is one of the vendors. And so they talked about the different brands that fall upon that. And she went down and she talked about facts. She talked about let me see, go ahead. Amstar. They talked about insurance. That was something that we had not ever talked about before, but one of the insurances that they talked about was something called, what's that, CHUBB? CHUBB. And it's been out for many years ago.
Chubb.
It's something that Sham, but Chubb,
exactly.
Yeah.
Chubb.
But it is something that they really place a lot of emphasis on. And they're going to talk more about it, but it is something that you really need to be looking forward to as you plan group cruises, all kinds of cruises. It's very important dealing with insurance, that people have insurance, but this insurance was one that would right up to the very last minute you could get it, and it's probably one of the best ones I've heard them talk about over the since I've been into the travel. We've been in for quite a while. But also, like I said, to talk about the vendors that they brought up and the thing that's going to take place with Travemanity, with the AI, it's something that you really want to pay attention to when you go to the Super Saturday or listen to the morning calls. Everybody is breaking it down. So, and if you didn't hear it again today, Jeannie Shopler was on the 8 o'clock one and for 30 minutes today. And that's something that stays up and you can listen to it again. You just go back and use their replay number. And that's set up a little different than the 24 hours, because once you get the replay number, you can call back on it anytime you want to. And it went in details about it. But she talked a lot of emphasis about group cruising, group technology, and the benefits of it and how easy it's going to be made. So it is very important, you all, to listen to the calls that you can listen to as everybody is breaking down and pointing out things that some of us forget or haven't had the opportunity to look back over.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Well, I know that the young lady from AI did have a chance to speak with her in the back of the room, and we exchanged information, and she is willing. We will probably be featuring her, either doing some training. But she's definitely very knowledgeable and willing to work with the travel agents, for AIG and also the different things, Chubb and different things that are going on. So let's just talk about some of the things that we learned that was going on. Some of the things that Sharisa, and it's Sharisa is like Teresa with an S. Right. And some of the highlights of of some of the changes that are going through with TravManity. Now, with TravManity, you already have the basic program. However, everyone will have an opportunity to upgrade, and the upgrade is $39.95 per month, an additional $39.95 per month. But these are some of the things that you get. Number one, there's no more 30-day wait when you get started. And when you get started with your business, you have to wait that 30 days before you can actually book travel. You get access to the vendors. Well, if you are an elite agency member, then you don't have that 30-day wait. You also, how they had the TravManity ID card where you have that $1,500 sales requirement. When you're an elite TravManity agent, you don't have that requirement. You automatically get your travel agency card, your travel agency certification. Elite advisors receive prioritized support. So whenever you do a ticket or you call in, if you are an elite member, you go to the top of the list, and your whatever your issue is prioritized with the corporate office. Your support tickets are answered first, and you get to develop you get to create an agent profiler page. What does that mean? When people comes to your site, they actually see your picture and get your profile, not TravManity. They see there's you're with TravManity, but it's all about you, your picture, your profile, and your business. And so that's something that you're going to see as well. And that you also, the company that's handling a lot of the AI is Tern, TERN, Tern.travel. And with that, Tern.travel, and also Chubb is integrated. Chubb is the insurance. Right. So Tern and Chubb are integrated into the elite agent. And with that, you get invoicing. And so, and what they're going to be talking about, what you're going to hear repeatedly, is drag and drop invoices, where now you have an opportunity. You know how when we go on Vax and we get the information and then try to manipulate it in a Word document or in an email to create an invoice. No, now you will be able to drag and drop, have a professional invoice created for you, and that you can send to your clients. And so with your branding on it. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. And it saves it. So it's not just one-time deal. Now you have a repository that you can pull from, you can edit it, or, do whatever you need to do. And also you can actually, at the push of a button, you can update it as well. So if the price changes, it updates automatically. You will not have to go back and reload and all of that stuff. So it's amazing. AI tools. They're going to be ways for you to send out your emails. Utilizing when you're an elite agent, and they're going to be branded emails. There's going to be what's that thing called, where you keep your prospects and stuff, all that data. CRM. Thank you, CRM. Thank you, y'all. That's going to be already in your site as well. So you don't have to get another CRM. Now you can have everything all in one place. And being someone who pays a monthly invoice for our CRM service, also another another invoice for various AI tools. This is amazing to have everything in one place. I'm happy to pay this $39.95 so that we can cut off some of these other little monthly fees we have. The back office. The back office, if you log into TravManity, you will already see some of the changes. Your back office looks different, but get ready for your back office tomorrow. Get ready to go to your actual main site tomorrow, not just your back office, but go to your TravManity site. And I think you will be pleasantly surprised. You must get a profile And that profile, if you are already with Travel Leaders Network, you want to make sure that you've started doing your profile with Travel Leaders Network, because that information will carry over to your Travemanity profile. If not, you definitely want to go on and set things up with Travel Leaders Network, so that you also get access to the Elite Advisor Advantage as well, and you're able to update your profile. They're also incorporating Travemanity workflows. And if you know anything about workflows, I don't know if you work with that with your job, or maybe if you do any marketing, you can set up a workflow so that, and what does that look like? That may say, maybe a workflow, an example of a workflow might be your follow-up system. You may say, oh, you know what? When I put somebody in my CRM, I want them to immediately get this particular message. Hey, this is Ann. You met me, and I'm glad to meet you. So everybody gets that first message, and you can set it up. Okay, in 2 days, I want people to actually get a message about the travel industry. And then in the next 2 days, I want everybody in my CRM to get a message that about Johnson, or well, with Travemanity, you want it to be travel. Maybe there's a familiarization trip, and how we take the advantage of familiarization trip. Or maybe then the next day, maybe you want the destinations. But a workflow is what we were doing manually as a drip campaign, where you're dripping on people. But now through Turn, and when you're an elite agent, you can set that up so that it automatically works for you, and you don't have to keep doing that branding. You don't have to keep doing it over and over again. And once you set it up, you can edit it and change it. However, that workflow is already prepared for you. Now, let's say that you have a new travel. You wanted to set up a workflow for your team. Perhaps you might want to set up onboarding, making sure everybody, hey, have you taken your first class training? And then the next day, when somebody gets started, you might want to say, hey, did you download the checklist from Juliet's site, so that you keep on point. And so all the things that you want in your workflow for your team, you can set that up as well. One of the great things I picked up about having this process is that you do not have to go out and get business cards. There will be electronic business cards already incorporated for elite agents. And all you have to do is send people your electronic business card. So I just think that's amazing, because that now is going to give us some singularity and also some consistency. And so we don't have all these different business cards, and you don't have to assume that additional expense that is already going to be provided when you are an elite agent. So those are just some of the updates. And
one thing on that digital card is an additional fee.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, $9.99 a month.
Oh, that is right. That's right. There is for the digital card, it is an additional $9.99 a month. Forgot about that. Thank you. All right. Did I cover everything? I know there's no way I could cover everything, but I tried to take notes when Sharisa was speaking, and those are some of the highlights that I was excited about. Did anybody else have anybody that was at convention?
Hey, real quick. I wasn't at convention. However,
for real, you weren't? Oh my God. I could have sworn you were there.
However, back in June, Sarisa reached out to me. I was one of the Turn, I call them subject matter experts. So we had access to it since June. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a game changer, especially as the team and the company becomes more knowledgeable of some of those things that's within Turn. It is going to change how you do business, how you make money, and more importantly, it's going to put a lot more time back into your lifestyle for you to be able to manage both sides of the business. 100% on the travel side. Turn is one of the new state of the art CRMs in the travel marketplace, where a lot of customer relationship management systems previously wasn't created for travel agents, technically outside of Travel Joy and Travelify, but this one was is well done. So yes, I'm very excited to start sharing that information in the near future, but something you definitely want to think about as you want to expand your business. So I'm so happy to hear more about that going forward.
Absolutely. Everybody was excited, and there were other agents that were there that said the same thing you did, Vince, that they were also a part of that team that checked it out and were a part of that team that that actually had been playing around with it, and they were thoroughly impressed and excited. So I'm glad that you had an opportunity to get a preview as well. That's awesome. All right. Well, anybody else have anything you wanted to add? Anybody who was at convention or no? Did I miss anything? All right. Okay. Well, so now for the Surge side, well, first of all, when convention started, Dr. Coakley came out with an Iron Man mask on, so that set the tone for convention. It was awesome. He could barely speak through that Iron Man mask, but he just came out and kind of posed and stuff. He was like, "I'm the Iron Man," and so it really set the tone for convention. And it just set the excitement as well. Everybody just went crazy. So it's definitely on fire. And when you talk to Johnson, he had someone that actually came to convention, got started, and that now has a brand new person. And so he when he talks about how he is getting his results, he was like, "I'm just committed to, whenever anyone gets started with me, to get them to team builder status. I'm just really, really trying to do everything I can to get them to team builder status." And by doing so, he's growing, and he's growing various legs. He's leveling out his legs and stuff as well. So that is something that the company wants us to focus on, and just really focus on getting people to team builder status. And so it helps them, it helps you, and it definitely helps the company. They were talking about technology, and the future is here. We're not waiting on it anymore. It's absolutely here. And we're just beginning to see some of the things that they're working on. There were 9 network marketers indicted for fraud for 200 million people, $200 million. 9 network marketers have been indicted for fraud for over $200 million. And so when he said that, he started talking about there are people that just don't trust network marketing. There are people who have been scammed and people who have been taken advantage of. And so we have to be conscious of that. And I think Miss Alicia just last night said, "Hey, one of her prospects said, 'Oh, well, I don't want to be a part of one of these schemes.'" And we have to realize that it is, that sometimes it's real. Sometimes we have to realize that maybe that is someone that has been taken advantage of, and we have to handle that gingerly. But it's very, very real, and that there are scammers out there. And so we do have to prove ourselves in terms of making sure how we present ourselves and some of the things we say, and cleaning up social media. There is a strong stance coming from corporate to watch what you're posting on social media. Some of the things that are going to change is that one is how we talk about our company. We don't get paid for recruiting. And so you want to make sure you understand that you don't get paid for recruiting. We get compensating for selling the travel technology package. There is a difference. We do not get paid for recruiting. Recruiting is when you just go out and you talk to people, and some people, you get paid for that. No, you get paid when you sell a travel technology package. So there's a difference between recruiting someone and enrolling someone in your program. So we get paid when we enroll someone, when we sell a travel technology package. So we want to make sure that that is clear, that we don't get paid for recruiting. So we need to change the narrative that is out on the internet and make sure we're speaking correctly. He was talking about some of the changes are in our society now is that they're putting more money into building more prisons. Welfare is actually growing because is separating the have and the have-nots. And a lot of people now, instead of taking a long time to become wealthy, they're getting wealthy within a couple of, their first year. And so just going out, because of technology, you can shorten that curve. And there's so many things that are available now. The top 1% of the US actually make $65,000 a year. That's the top 1% of the population in the US. And I know here in the DMV, we have a lot of six-figure earners. And that's one of the reasons why, people look at us and say, oh, well, you guys make all the money. Well, when you think about, someone is topping out at 65K, you can understand how they can feel that way. And so that's the top 10% of the population in the entire world. So what they want us to do is get a story and share it with the world. As you can see, and those of us who are at convention, it is absolutely powerful. We've got to get out of our neighborhood. We've got to share it with the world and just definitely let everybody know what we have and what's available. You want to get better at telling a story, just telling your story and sharing your story. And that's the greatest form of communication. Johnson, as a part of his presentation, said he doesn't really do a lot of presentations, but he does do three-way calls. The power of the three-way call. That's what everybody was talking about. He said he very seldom explains the business. He just doesn't. He gets somebody on the phone and explains it, and he calls somebody else and he is not doing a whole lot of talking. He gets that person on the line with somebody else who can explain it. And Delvi Santiago and even Dr. Coakley actually just talked about how he's just wearing them out. But I know that even Brenda Harding and Vaughn Nickelberry and all of his support team, they say, hey, he really just wears them out. He doesn't do a lot of presentations. He might do a call and just have testimonies on the call and telling people about what they can do. And so just that excitement alone, and having those testimonies and what people are doing, the stories that people have is what's growing his team. And so that is so incredibly important, because I know we have been taught to get people on a presentation, but I tried it recently. My newest partner, Danielle, I just said, hey, I just think that you could be wonderful, and just started telling her stories and talking to her about various things that people have done, and showed her pictures about what people have done, and then sent her the presentation. And by the time she saw the presentation, it was game over. She was like, okay, I'm ready to get started. So it definitely works. The excitement and the stories work. So make sure that you are not necessarily, when you get someone, instead of trying to schedule them for a presentation, schedule them for a three-way call. Get them on the line with somebody and say, hey, let me see if I can get you on the line with somebody right now to tell you how awesome this is. And have the three-way call list in your purse or in your pocket, or have people on your phone marked as three-way. So when you call them, they pick up, and you can have them speak with your prospect immediately and just say, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And get out of the way. You don't want to be the expert. And that's one of the things that Jot is highlighting that he doesn't want to be the expert. He doesn't want people coming to him, and so he just definitely gets them on a three-way call. The other thing is that we need to look at our opportunity as, especially Surge 365, in a professional way. We need to handle it in a professional way, and we need to act professionally. And so we need to keep that in mind with the things that we're doing and the information we're putting out and how we conduct ourselves. So it's very, very important to just be professional and let people know that it is an opportunity that, if they're willing to work, can take the place of the job. The job is something that they can definitely see themselves doing. That we have a $50,000 earner on the travel side. A $50,000 ring wearer, Lisa Schlechter. They highlighted her, and guess what? She just earned another one. So I don't know if she's going to get another $50,000 ring. I think it might be a plaque or something.
No, Chris, just like we have the different levels of director, they talk about now creating $100,000 travel ring wearer. Then if she hits it again, $150,000.
All right. Okay. So I heard him say that he was going to start incorporating. So look for that coming down the pipe. You won't get another $50,000 ring. You just push for the next level. It goes to, I guess, $150,000 ring. So just make sure that you're letting people know that people are making real money. And there was someone else, Nick, who else was it? Or do you guys remember who else they talked about?
The lady that got the Kim Sorensen Award, Debbie Yates.
Right.
Yates.
Debbie Yates.
Debbie Yates.
Did she hit 50K as well?
I don't know, but
I don't know, but she was the number one travel advisor earner.
That's
for
right.
2022.
Okay. So
And also Jackie Fordson.
Oh, Jackie Fordson.
No, that was before. Jackie was a year before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. But anyway, you want to know their stories and let people know that people are making real income with our company. That's the whole point, that, people think, oh, well, this is just a little thing, but people are making some substantial money with our company. And now that's with Travmanity. So when you jump over to Surge 365, and Jock is a perfect example. He's almost at 200K in 6 months. So right. I mean, so people are making if you go to work, you can absolutely do it. Now, is he focused? Does he have a network? Does he work? Yes, he works. And he's always talking to people. So we want to make sure that we are posting the right things, and that we get paid to sell the travel technology package. And Travmanity gives us a professional career, which is optional. And we need to make sure that
free add-on was a term that was used. Travmanity,
exactly,
a free add-on.
And that's in the presentation as well.
Right. And we are not a travel company.
Right. We are not a travel company. So you have the option to become a travel advisor through Travmanity once you become a member. So make sure you understand how to say that. You have the option to become a travel advisor through Travmanity once you become a member, a Surge 365 member. So we want to make sure that we are saying that correctly as well. And hopefully that means that when they did that split where people could just be Travmanity travel agents, hopefully that is no longer in place. I'm not sure if those people were grandfathered in, but I'm going to ask about that. If anybody knows, let me know. So they want us to start talking about that you can create a career with our company, and you can. And we offer an income opportunity. The mission of Surge 365 is to provide value of technology, leadership principles, lead by example, communicate with clarity, stay consistent, stay coachable. We want to develop others, build trust, protect the brand, promote professionalism, and realize the vision is protect our vision and learn the lessons from the leaders. And so one of the examples he talked about was President Delvi Santiago said, if we corner 5% of the industry, 5%, 0.5% of the travel industry, if TravManity can corner 0.5% of the travel industry, that we would be a $50 billion company. So one of the things that Juliet St. John talked to us about in her session was we need everybody to do a group trip. We need everybody to do a group cruise. We need everybody. Not only does it help retention, but we need it to come through TravManity. We don't need you to do group trips through other travel agencies, but we need everybody to do a group trip through TravManity, so that we can actually reach that 0.5% in the industry. So if we just get a little bit, we can push our company to a $50 billion company, which will then get us the recognition and some of the perks and benefits from the travel and the respect. One of the things that Sharisa is going for is not only the recognition, but the respect, because we are not considered a serious travel company because of the network marketing leg, and because we are not selling as much travel as some of the other companies. However, if everybody focuses on actually booking some travel, not a whole lot, but booking one group trip or 2 or 3 group trips a year, if everybody focuses on that, then that gets us to where we need to be in terms of being seriously considered in the travel industry and being excited, being invited to the table, invited to participate in a lot of things that happen in the industry. So we definitely want to focus on that. Sarisa is Director of Development and Supplier Relations for TravManity. I'm just going through some more things. Premium support. There are going to be press releases going out about what happened at convention. So make sure you are following up with your guests, get those press releases and sending them out. So there are going to be press releases. Oh, I don't know if I said this before, but Turn also has a feature that allows you to integrate with your calendar. If you're like me and you live by your calendar, then that was one of the questions I asked at our director meeting. And so when you have an appointment, you can actually have it also connected to your calendar as well, so that updates and you can stay on top of things. You want to use the email address that you want your clients to use. So you want to make sure that you have the email address. They're going to be our leadership team is going to be going on tour. March 10th through the 14th. March 10th through the 14th. March 10th through the 14th. 2027 is the Surge Experience International in Antigua. They are looking to get more rooms. It is an all-inclusive resort, the Rio, and it's going to be amazing. But write that down. March 10th. Royalton Chic in Antigua. March 10th through the 14th, 2027. Surge Experience International. Of course, convention is going to be August 2027. It's probably going to still remain in that first week of August of 2027. So I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. This time, according to the statistics, here we go. Half of the convention numbers were new people who had been in the company less than 6 months. That was amazing. You talk about exciting. Oh my gosh, seeing all the new faces, feeling the energy. I mean, It's just amazing. But when they talk about new blood, I see the effect of new blood because, oh my goodness, it just people cheering, the energy, just everything, the whole vibe was totally different. Everybody was just happy. It was just amazing. So definitely, so you want to keep that in mind. If you need help, you can send an email to admin@travmanatee.com. And at the awards gala, there was team builder recognition, regional builder promotion, national builder promotion. They promoted Johnson to marketing director. They gave the Coach Lloyd Tomer Award, which went to Ambassador Jeannie Sharpless, and they gave the $100,000 ring award, which went to Johnson. Von Nickelberry is the MVP. MVP 2026 MVP, and he gave a very passionate speech as well. And am I missing an award? I feel like I'm missing something.
Jock was the superstar award.
Oh, the superstar. Okay. All right.
All-star, that's what he was, the all-star.
The all-star. The international team won, having the most people at convention. The international team. And I wrote this down, but maybe you guys know what this means. Trav Manatee, 60%, first class training, 7%. And $5,000
commission.
What did that? How did I? Can
y'all
they
were saying if you already at 50%, now you got promoted to 60%.
Right.
Okay.
If you already at 60%, now you at 70. But to go to 80, right, you had to take that additional training.
Right. That's it. Okay. All right. And if you earn $5,000 in commissions, you're automatically advanced to 80%. Thank you so much. Now about the new presentation. If you haven't downloaded it, you want to go on and download it. It is shorter. It is more concise. We did it last night for the first time, and I'm going to continue practicing to get it down pat. I thought it was shorter, and it gave us time for testimonies and to hear from the guests that were on the call last night. However, I thought that it was really, it really flows very smoothly. And so we want everybody to actually download that presentation, learn that presentation, because everybody can do the presentation. You can read the slides and do it. Delvey wants us to start with our own introductions. And his introduction is, I know you may be tired of network marketing, but what I have is something different than anything that's out there. Look up what the average cost of a travel franchise is and mention that, and actually go through, make that a part of your introduction. So set it up in the beginning. Again, there's a contest. The contest is going on now through Friday, August 7th through December 31st. Anybody who gets 75 in their team builder sales, and the top 5 above 75 actually goes to the Surge Experience, gets their Surge Experience paid for. So everybody's running in that contest to add 75 team builder sales, not you personally, but in your team builder group. And that's why it's so important to get your team builder to team builder. Get your people to team builder, and you can absolutely make that happen. So focus on your team builder group and to eliminate the monthly fee. 50, try to to get 50 people in your team builder group every month. And they talked about Julie at work for 27 months to absolutely make that happen. Yeah, Jock Johnson won the All-Star Award. You're only one person away from an explosion. Today is the first day for the rest of your life, and your past does not equal your future. Your past does not equal your future. So surround yourself with great people that are better than you, and you will always be getting better. So those are the majority of the notes that I have, and I know they're a little fragmented, and I can't do the convention justice, but just wanted to share some of the things that happened, and just stay tuned, because I know we are excited because we already know what the site looks like. We've heard there's a voice now, instead of those people who were upset because they got rid of customer service agents. Now you have an AI agent that you can ask questions to, and she answers you right then and there. So you can ask her, hey, what is Surge 365? Or your prospect can ask, what is Surge 365? And the AI lady will answer that question right then and there. So and even tonight on one of his demos, he said, is Surge 365 a scam? And she said, no, this is, Surge 3, and she explained our business model. So I'm hoping what that does is that it teaches us that we don't have to say so much. We don't have to talk too much. I think that some of us are talking ourselves out of business because we talk so much. And so once you just pique their interest, let the system do the work for you. All you have to do is say, hey, would you like, I don't know if this if this is for you or not, but I think it's worthy of you at least taking a look and seeing. You make the decision, and whatever decision you make is fine. So you don't have to say, oh, this is going to be great and all of this and that. No, just say, you know what, I want you to see it for yourself and see if you see the same thing that I do. And when they say, well, what is it? Don't tell them. Just say, no, I don't want to tell. I want you to see it. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to see it. And I know those of us who've been in this business for quite some time, we know how to do that. But some of our new people are just talking too much. And when you tell people too much, then they don't show up because they feel like you've already told them everything about it. So, but when you don't say anything, when you say, well, no, I can't tell you, you got to get on the presentation. Oh, I'd love to be able to tell you, but I wouldn't do it justice. What you need to do is see it for yourself. And then that way you'll see that people will show up because they're nosy, they're curious. But once you start talking a lot and you taught them, you already tell them, and they start feeling like, this is one of those things, because you may not even tell them about the business, but they may, by what you're saying, they may feel like, this is one of them things. This is one of those network marketing businesses. I'm not even going to show up for that. Well, you've given them too much. But if you say, hey, you know what, there are a lot of successful people, but I want you to see if it works for you. I don't know. You may not qualify. I don't know. But definitely don't talk too much. So with that being said, y'all, that's about it. And like I said, in the next couple of days, you're going to see some things that are going to be unlocked and unleashed. And definitely, if you were not on Super Saturday, definitely, if you were not at convention, you need to be in Super Saturday, and you need to have your team on Super Saturday on Saturday to absolutely get the details, get the perks, and so that they can understand, especially if you have people who want to book travel, because the changes that they're making, and you've heard Vince say this turn travel, those changes are a game changer, and it is going to save so much time and energy, and just set yourself up for success. So definitely meet us on Saturday for online Saturday for Super Saturday. There's a live event in DC Saturday afternoon at 4 in DC. So you could definitely go to that live event as well. So with that being said,
let me ask you a question, and on the Super Saturday, are you all going to show the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
That'll be first.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Great question. Anybody else?
Yes, what is the time again for Super Saturday?
From 11 a.m. to 1.
Okay.
All right. And remember that Saturday too, Dr. Coakley is doing the winners, no, the team builder call as well at 10. Okay. So you can get some additional training. Just go to your back office and register for the team builder call. It's generally over in about an hour, but that's a great call to lead into Super Saturday as well. Anybody else?
Don't forget to go register. You got to register for the Super Saturday.
Yes, you do. I've put the link out, and I'll continue to put it out. So definitely register for Super Saturday. And we're going to have prizes. So if you are a team builder, have your team register, because the team builder that has the most team registered will get a cash prize. That day will get a cash prize either via Zelle or via Cash App. But you will, if you at the end of the event, if you have the most team members there, you will get a cash prize. And there'll be also, the theme is hats. So the person with the best hat,
brims for business.
Brims for business. The person with the best hat will get a prize as well.
All right.
All right. Anything else? Any more issues, questions, comments, or concerns? Did you find this valuable? I know I was running on, and it's just not as powerful without seeing the visual, but I'm telling you, tomorrow, make sure you take some time to log into your back office, go to your TravManity site. I don't know when it's going to be live tomorrow, but definitely make sure you take some time. If you're in the DMV area, come on out to our weekly business reception, so you can kind of see some of the well, number one, to celebrate our own Michelle McDaniel for being our 2026 Team Believe and Succeed MVP, and also to meet our DMV $10,000 bonus earner, Brenda Harding, who will be doing the presentation. And you want to bring your guests as well. It's going to be off the chain. Anybody else, anybody that went to convention, did you have anything else you want to add? Or anyone that didn't go, did you have any issues, questions, comments, or concerns?
Good evening again. I enjoyed myself so much. I wish I could have stayed about another week.
I know. Puerto Rico is its own,
everything was awesome.
Vibe. Oh my gosh. I'm going back. I'm going back like you would not believe.
The convention was awesome because you picked up a lot of stuff that I didn't know before. But I'm learning as I go along, because it did some justice for me. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, getting in those seats and participating in that training, it really, really made a difference. So glad you made a commitment to go. Anybody else?
Diamond, I think.
Diamond. All right. Well,
I got a raise. Everybody got a raise. That's all. That was a blessing also. Everything was a blessing and very informative, and it was a blessing. And thank God for the raise. Thank God for all the information. We got to practice it and go over it a lot, so we can remember everything.
All right. I think what Miss Rose is talking about is what I was just talking about, that if you were at that everybody got a commission raise. So I think that's what she's talking about. So you're absolutely right. Thank you for reiterating that, Miss Rose. And so look in your back office, and you should see that now you got a commission raise in TravManity, and that is a direct result of Sarisa. She actually put that in place. It was an idea she had. She put it in place. She ran it through and made it happen. And so just stay tuned for some of the other things that are coming down the pike as well. Don't be afraid to, I've also been calling people who are inactive, answering their questions, sending them a video, tell them, hey, it's time to come back, take a look at that kind of stuff, inviting them to Super Saturday so that they can see some of the changes. And there are people out there. So I encourage you to actually to reach back into your team, those people who are inactive, and invite them to come and take a second look. Now, for visitors, for guests, to get to super to have a guest on Super Saturday, there is a $2 charge for guests, and that is just because we typically have people who reserve spaces for guests, these whole lot of spaces for guests, and then the guests mysteriously never show up. And so I figured if we even put a small charge on it, it will eliminate that, and it seems to have eliminated that. So just know that definitely have your guests on, but if you're going to a live event, try to be at a live event as well. Anybody else? Everybody needs to be doing travel parties. You need to be excited. That's one of the reasons why you want to get your cruise set up. So now you can start having travel parties, cruise parties to promote your cruise. Mm-hmm. And then those people who come to see your cruise, well, some of them will say, well, how did you get started in something like this? And they will, and they will want to get started as well. I think Miss Thelma's new business partner is that situation. She said, well, I was wondering how she got started in something like this, and this is what I want to do. So she got started as well. And so it's sometimes, you know, just showing people what's possible, it kind of opens it up. And like Vince has been saying for years, actually having a flyer campaign and giving people a flyer, a lot of people will say, not only go on the trip, but a lot of people will say, well, how did you get started in this? I think this is something that I want to do. So if you don't have a trip and you're not promoting a trip, and you don't have a flyer that you're promoting, you're doing yourself a disservice. So you want to definitely get your trip set up and get your people, make sure people know that they can come to you for travel services. Anybody else? Mr. Phil, how you doing tonight? Glad to see you on.
Hello. I'm doing great, thank you.
Did you hear about the mishap with Dawn?
Yeah, they called me that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had talked to him. Yeah, I'm like, only her. That woman's got the worst luck traveling.
Wow. Yeah, she told me what happened, and I said, my goodness, what's the chances? They actually stayed in an Airbnb, and those big those sliding barn doors that people are using now. In their Airbnb, they had one of those big sliding barn doors, and it came off track, and it was too heavy for her to balance, and it fell on her, and as a result, she had to go to the hospital, and she has to get some additional treatment when she got back home, and so we definitely pray for her and her recovery. But that's the only mishap I heard about at convention. Everybody else was out living their best life between beaches and food and just oh my gosh, just having a shopping and just having a great time. And then the people, the whole vibe, the people in Puerto Rico, everybody is so helpful. Everybody is just so friendly and so open. And we took a tour. And they told us, kind of told us how the culture is, and it was just an amazing place to be. And so I encourage everybody to go. I'm looking forward to going again real soon. Go ahead, Phil.
I was going to say one thing I didn't hear you mention. I didn't get on at the beginning. I apologize. I was at work, but the red carpet in November.
Thank you. I forgot about that. There is a red carpet. Do you know the dates for that? Is that November?
It's the 6th and 7th, I believe.
I thought it was the 7th. So November 6th and 7th, 2026. So that's coming up. There's a red carpet at corporate in November. And so that's another date that you want to write down. Red carpet, November 6th and 7th. For those of us who are legacy in this company, the significance of red carpet, the training, going to the corporate office, actually being able to meet the founders, being able to meet the staff. So November 6th and red carpet is a premier event, and it is a corporate event. So you want to make sure that you have that on the calendar and you're trying to go as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I knew I'd miss one. All right. Thank you. Anybody else? All right, then. Well, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to go ahead and end this call. And thank you, everybody, for getting on this evening. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for everything that you're doing, that you've done, and that you are doing. And definitely make sure you're promoting this call to your team members. I'm looking at I see Yvonne. Yvonne has a brand new team member. That team member is not on. Miss Thelma, your new team member is not on. So we not only do we need to get on these calls, but we need to make sure that our team is getting on these calls as well. I reached out to, well, I don't see Antoinette on tonight, or Antoinette or Miss Iantha, your team. So we need to make sure that our team is getting on and getting this information. We don't want to leave anybody behind. Make sure your team knows about Super Saturday, because don't call me and ask me to go through Super Saturday and you didn't get on. So definitely, especially those that book travel, these Travemanity changes are game changers, and you've already heard it. So make sure your team is in the know, so that they know what we have in place and how we're different, and how we're basically set up to win and set up to succeed, so they can win and succeed. So if all hearts and minds are clear, we are going to end this call. And hey, we just wish you the best. I would definitely plug in, get the information, share. If you find out anything, please share within our Facebook group. Oh, another thing is Dr. Coakley says to please support, make sure you're cheering for others like you would want them to cheer for you. And so make sure that you are, number one, highlighting people in your team that do things. Make sure, especially in our group, and on this call, make sure you're giving out those kudos to let people know that, hey, I see you out there working your business. I see what you're doing. Or if someone, whatever someone is doing, make sure you give them the kudos especially in our messenger group, to say, hey, such and such just signed up a brand new customer. This such and such just did their travel party. XYZ just met a new person. And it might even be you. You might even say, hey, you know what? I just broke through my comfort zone, and I talked to a new person today. And as a result, I'm feeling more comfortable. Or that person told me, no, they're not interested, but I felt like I handled it well. So let's give some, let's make it all positive, and give some love and some support, and let everyone know that, number one, if you're working your business, let us know what you're doing. And if you're not working your business, but you know someone that is, make sure you're giving them that support as well. It doesn't take anything to do a post in our Facebook group or on our messenger group. It doesn't take anything. It doesn't take anything to like a post, put a heart on it, that comment, good job. It doesn't take anything, but it means the world to people. So please be inclusive and supportive. A supportive and inclusive team, and definitely let people know that what they're doing is being seen and acknowledged. Can I count on you guys for that, please?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, then. Well, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're done. We're done for tonight. Sorry I went over. Hopefully you got some great information, and I hope that you are as excited as we are, because it is going to be awesome. So with that being said, y'all have a good night. God bless. And I'll see you at the top. At the very top is going to be the tip top, because the bottom is much too crowded. Have a good night, and God bless.
Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
Bye-bye.
Good presentation. Thanks.
Thank you.
Very.
Bye-bye, y'all. Great job.
Very
Great
good.
job.
Bye.
So proud of
Great
y'all.
presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.